Alright, well, it's been a while since I streamed How to Hack In. Um, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and create a new stream that pretty much more specifically focuses on starting a new profile. There's some new players that, you know, have asked for kind of a guide. I'm certainly no seasoned expert, but I've played the game for quite a long time. Um, So yeah, I just wanted to show what I normally do when starting a fresh profile. I'll try to go over how I customize my Notes app, playing through each of the mission types, how I get money quick. Um, I guess I should put a disclaimer that just a fair warning. I haven't played in a while, so it's possible I'll make some mistakes. If I do, I'll try to follow up with another stream. Plus, I don't know if we can get to everything in one video, but alright, with that said, let's jump right in. I think this was empty to begin with, but maybe. There we go. Okay, uh, so, I guess one thing before we start, I play on an ultra-wide monitor, so I don't know how this will come out. If my text is too small, or it's hard to read, or the quality isn't there, just let me know. I'll try to make some adjustments. Alright, let me create some different tabs here. What do we need? Past credentials. Um, Interesting. That's named because of the files that you can find. But there's also a way around that, so I'll try to highlight that as well. So, leaked root passwords, Wi-Fi credentials, and this is just some housekeeping stuff that you can, you know, set this up any way you want to. This is just how I prefer it. Um, so what do we have? Wi-Fi creds. And these will make more sense as we go. Bank accounts. What else? Um, Stock market, which is huge. That's a pretty easier way to make money. Um, we'll have bounces, backdoors, and backdoor info whenever SCP fails. Alright. So we'll put that there. Alright. So that's our mail. Here, let's cut this down a little bit. That'll work. Alright. Alright, so we'll connect the public. Alright. Alright, so this I usually put here. For when I actually start doing backdoor. I think that's right. If not, we can change it. Alright. What else do we need? Aliases. Alright. Hmm. Well, let's do this first then. Actually, tools, so there's the main shop. We'll favorite that. There's our hardware upgrades. And this chatter is basically a page where all the NPCs start talking, especially when you start hacking. Alright, what was the other one? And this will be more related to the actual job you're currently working on. Oh, we need Wi-Fi. 70. Alright, good. We got some good ones on here. Oh, look at me. I'm trying to favorite all of these. Yeah. Like I said, mistakes. I haven't played in a while. Tools. We'll run through these real quick again because I'm a moron. Alright. So, Finder, we got the shop. What are some other ones? I think there's, yeah. I think this is one of the newer ones that was added, where you can purchase some new themes. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to our shop and we can see we start out with $100, Hashmate, FTP. We'll need SSH fuzzer. Alright. So okay. And I don't have meta exploits yet. Okay. Alright, So the first thing I normally do after getting all of this set up is take out a loan. And we'll give ourselves 5 days. So that puts us up to 150. How much does the stock market cost? Can't remember. Alright, so $80. I gotta get used to things being slow too. So once you upgrade your hardware and get a better Wi-Fi speed, things are much faster. Alright, so we got stock market, and there's our available missions. Alright, so if we sort by price, we'll see $3 here. So 111. Not enough money. Oh shoot, that's 70. That'll work. Okay, so we bought 19 shares of engineering. We sorted the price to be the lowest, so now we'll just let that go, and hopefully that stock will rise. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take care of some missions here. So, delete file. So we're looking for details. Alright. So I don't know if we can run these both at the same time with our starting. I have this overlay here too, which isn't helping. Alright, well, we got a bunch of open services there, which is leading me to believe that we might need meta exploits, but maybe not. So in the beginning, you can pretty much always get a root password whenever you're cracking for passwords. It'll probably make a liar out of me, but once you upgrade your Wi-Fi and you upgrade some hardware, I think that's some kind of internal threshold that'll start making the missions a little bit more difficult, where root password won't just immediately be found. Alright, so we got the root password. Let's clear that. Alright. So let's see if we can find the file here. And there it is. Let's see what it says. Good old Joker reference. Alright, so we'll delete that, and yeah, that's pretty much going through that mission. So I'll add this to my bounce list. I'll try to go over using a bounce. You actually don't really need to. I was on the wrong one. I want that to be in target. So, wellness. Alright, create one more alias. Alright, let's see what our stock's doing here. Alright, so we started at 3, we're up to 7. And it went down, so we'll just let that go a little bit. And in the meantime, let's... Actually, how much is meta exploits? I can't remember what these prices are. Okay, 66. So we'll come back to that. Alright, pandemic. That's one we should be able to get done. So, I usually don't delete this until I see the next company, because sometimes it'll be the same company twice in a row. Alright. Pharmacy Hexagon. So we'll search that, and we'll grab our URL here. Alright, so the CEO, Dariana Hardaway. These little bios here will sometimes give you a full user list or just, you know, a block of text, but there's always information like this. Not always, but you should look for it. So if this user doesn't come up in the SSH fuzzer results, you know this is actually another user there that just isn't showing up. And that can happen. So alright. Whoops. Forgot to paste that in. Just wait for our results here. Alright, so no open services. Alright, see if we can get our root password again. If not, we'll try the other user here. Alright, good, we got it. And real quick, I'll throw this on here before I forget. Alright. So let's find pandemic. And they want us to remove it. Okay. Ah, damn. And I just remove logs because just as a practice. Alright. So that takes care of that. What else do we have? Blackmailed. Alright, let's see. like we're still hovering around the same. Alright, well, we're at $84. Let's go ahead and buy meta exploits. That's a really good tool to get in the early game. I'll go ahead and create an alias for it. Alright. So, blackmailed. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, machine learning PLC. And about us. Alright. Let's get us an IP. Alright, let that run. Ah, look, we got up to $10. So I have what, 19 shares? Can't we? Nah, I was too slow, wasn't I? Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our users here. But, why don't we go ahead and search for these open services. So nothing on that one. Alright, we got a hit here, but for $273. Yeah, we don't have that right now. And nothing there. Alright, so there's actually a way to turn these closed services to open, and we can do that if we need to. But we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. For now, let's see if we can still get away with getting the root password. Ant. Alright. Brilliant password. So let's throw that in our bounces. Alright. I spelled that wrong. There we go. Helps if you spell correctly. Or wait, that's a photo. Can't use cat on an image. And we'll just clean up our logs here. That way if we do decide to come back to use this as a bounce, the logs are already cleared. Alright. So we're at what, 161 one, sort by price. Let's wait for this to update again. Because you can, if you don't wait for this to update before you buy shares, you'll be in this screen buying whatever, and the price will go up on you by the time you buy it. Same thing can happen whenever you're trying to sell your shares. They can go down while you're in this screen, so I'm going to try to be quick with it. Just want to give this a couple seconds. If not, we can come back to it. It'll probably happen once I minimize it. Just how it goes, right? Alright, Employer Revenge. Let's try to use this one again. We'll try to get one with meta exploits. Operations. Alright. So I guess another good tip is if you type in operations and you get multiple companies here, just pick the one that's exactly what they say. I've seen that happen before too, where you'll accidentally pick something else that has, you know, another word in it, and nothing will work for you. So that's why. Alright, so let's get an IP address. Let that go. Alright, what do I got? 160. Let's try to be quick. Oh, see? It just updated again. $47 shares. Alright, so we'll put that there and leave it. Alright, so we have 2 users on this one and 1 open service on this machine. So we got 2 hits, neither of which are free, and neither of which we can afford, so we'll just have to wait on that one again. And we'll see if we get a password for root. Nope, the streak's broken. So, yeah, see that just happened again there. I typed in clear and hit enter and it wouldn't register. Alright, hopefully we can get a hit with Shannon here, otherwise we're kind of stuck having to buy a $90 exploit. There we go. Alright, and past credentials. So if there's a Shannon on another computer, this might be a password for it. So that's why I have that there. Alright, and we're looking for FFF. But first we need to... Ah, perfect, okay. So insecure app is something that you can use with Stack Overflow. I don't have that tool right now, but any executable file. I've seen insecure app, vulnerable app, but this, whoops, yeah. All right, and if we search the config file, this will give us the root password. All right, and very good. There's our file. Deleted, and that should be what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and delete that. Don't know if this will work, but we can throw that in there just in case. Okay. Missing person. Good. Okay, so we can get memory reader. Let's look at our 14. Alright, so now we have 700. So really all you need to do is just sort by price, buy into a stock that is really low, and wait for it to go up. That's almost a foolproof plan right now. I think this is going to be changed. In fact, it probably should, because it's just easy to get money that way. Alright, let's go to our shop. And we'll buy Hashmate, which is a good tool early on. Tor browser, which will come in handy. So network visualizer. I'm going to try to hold off on buying that, because as soon as you buy this, I think that's another internal threshold that now you're able to go deeper into the network. If you have it, I think it just becomes available more often. Alright, so what do we got? Computer Destroyer, we got meta exploits. We could buy Stack Overflow. So 99 and 38. So this is probably my favorite combination of tools, is the Kerberos Harvester and Mimi Dogs. Alright, so what did I buy? Hashmate. Alright. Alright, so 425. Alright, we'll buy some shares in there. You know what? One thing I wanted to get, I probably don't have enough now. I wasn't thinking. So that's 15. How much is? Yeah, that's $100. I could just buy the cheap one. And we could try to show that off. Alright. Employer revenge. Oh yeah, we wanted to do Missing person. Okay, so for a missing person mission, you'll always get an email with the name of the person that's missing. And if you open it, it should say file saved en route. If you don't get that pop-up, the mission's going to bug. That's been my experience in the past. But also, it's lovely that this is the picture that we get of her. I'm sure you could pick her out, you know, in a lineup. Um, yeah, so that's saved en route. So we'll go to our root folder and we want to use the exif command. And her name is Cynthia. This will give you an IP address. Okay. And if we can get this to go up to about $10, then we should be able to get a couple more useful tools. Alright. I'm also going to grab this as well. Nothing. Okay. Let's see if we can get a root password here. No go. Alright, let's try Ethan. So hopefully this will come back with a hit. There we go. Past credentials. Actually, I want to go back to my root folder. Alright, so let's see what we have. And we'll do a find on all of the text files that are here. So if there is a file in here that has a hash code, so very important might be one, possibly. It is not. Alright. See if we can find any executables. There are not. Okay. Interesting. What are the other? So we have Alex. We have Ethan. Okay. So I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to try to see if we can get a password for Alex. Alright, so we do get a password. Very good. Throw that in there. Alright, so let's connect as Alex. And our IP got banned, so I guess we got caught. Alright. Actually, so SSH blocked. This account's not allowed to log in with SSH. I think that's gonna happen. So this one's just blocked. Alright. I think we could say let's give that a shot. If you just type that in. Yeah, damn it. So switching to a user, another user. Hmm. Yeah, so we can't go there. Let me look at this again. See if we can go into the services. Alright. So, on here we have Virtual POP3, Starlight, and Torch are all off. So if we go in here, we can turn that on. Let's go in here. Copy this string. Am I doing this wrong? Ah, service started. Okay. Really? Ah, sorry. It's my fault. Didn't look at the permissions. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll disconnect again. Run that one more time. So now, when we run this, we should see those other two services. Connection refused. What did I type? There we go. Okay. So now we have these other two services open. If we search for these, damn, $371. Don't really want to spend that kind of money. Ah, man. Well, here, let's do Alright. So we'll buy 246. Might seem like a waste of money right now, considering how much we have, but in the long run, it really won't matter too much. Alright, use 246 on this. So I'm going to exit meta exploits on that one, open it on this. And now you can type use the number of the exploit that we bought and the IP. And this will automatically get you root on this machine. There we go. And if you read this shadow file, this path here will show you all of the users and their passwords. Alright, so there should be a file, Cynthia. Alright, so Cynthia died. That's a shame. I'm just going to remove all logs, which isn't a good idea, but being pressed for time. Alright, so whenever you do a missing persons mission and it turns up they're dead, you won't need to save this information here. If they're alive, Gregory might come back later with a further down the road mission saying, hey, you remember that Cynthia person? I want you to find her. So what I'll do is copy this information, put it in here, and the next time, if this comes up, I'll have all of the, enumeration, all of the info is basically already there for me. That's the idea behind that. But since she unfortunately died, we don't need to worry about that. One thing I did want to do, what is that? Internet virtual. Okay. Oh, that's right. I do have... So I'm going to move this backdoor to the root folder, go back, and that'll be here. Alright, I guess I could show... We don't have the encrypted version of it. Let's do this. Alright. And I like to drop this in the home root folder. Oops, sorry. I don't think we actually just a CP upload. Oh, okay. Well, we can't upload it, unfortunately. But that's okay. Alright. So what you can also do is, and I haven't been doing this, I usually keep a listing here. Internet virtual. And anytime you have another mission in the future for Internet Virtual, you can come back here, grab this. Some of this info might change, um, but most of the time, most of it stays the same. Alright, 10. Oh, I didn't put any more in there, did I? No. So what do we have? 592. Here, let's just do that. That leaves us with 200. So I have Stack Overflow, Kerberos. Let's actually look at hardware. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade our CPU. It's a good investment. Alright, what else do we have? There's another missing person. Employer Revenge, delete file. Employer Revenge is basically just another either read or delete file. So since this has Stack Overflow and Hashmate, I'll give this one a shot. See if I can't use those tools. Okay, so go to our email, there's our picture. Well, that's a little bit better of a picture than last time, so that's good. Go to our root, EXIF. Alright. See what we have here. Alright. So, what is this? Fashion LLP. So, no open services. But we do have some users. Alright. So, that's at 5. Let that keep going. Usually the longer you leave your stalks to grow and mature, it'll always fluctuate up and down, but the longer you leave it in there, usually you can get a pretty good result. Alright, let's try Catherine. No bueno on Catherine. Let's try Magdalene. There's no Kerberos client on here, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that this will come back with a password. Good. Alright, so let's see what we have. Just git. There we go. Alright. So, you know the git trick. I've showed you how to go to that directory. And there's your root password. But, for the sake of showing the different methods, let's look at Stack Overflow. Alright, so this could be tricky if you don't know how this goes. The easiest way to explain it is, if you look at these numbers here, you'll see one's a long number, one's a medium number, one's a small number. So that looks like small to large. So if you notice that, it only stays up for a second. So small number to large, and that'll connect it. And that's really all you got to do, all the way over. I just take a guess here. Perfect. Okay. And I'm just going to grab this just in case. Okay, so this person's alive. And let's go into root. Alright, so we can upload that. And once it's uploaded, we'll go ahead and execute it. Now it's installed. So, let's go ahead and delete our tracks here. And we'll get out of here. So now what you could do is, if you ever need to go back to Fashion LLP, type that in, and you're connected as root, good to go. So I'll throw this in backdoors. Alright. Also, this person was alive, so I am going to save this. Alright. So if that mission does come up, I have the back door, but if that doesn't work, I have all the info I need. Alright. Let's see where we're at here. Damn, yeah, we're still hovering around 5. 131. Let's go ahead and bounce out of this and into a new one. Sorry, 825. Okay, so we'll let that go. 1225. Okay, so it's only the 21st. Alright, Stack Overflow, Hashmate, meta exploits. Try to get the Hashmate in one of these here. Alright. Sarah Clinton. Got our pop-up, that's good. EXIF, alright, now we have our IP address. Oops, let's go back to the root directory, then clear. The reason I do that is if you stay in the root folder and you connect to a target machine and you try to upload your backdoor, it's not in here. You have to go to your root directory. So make sure you're in the directory that you want to be in before you connect to a target server, otherwise you won't be able to upload any files. That's the reason I go back. Alright. Alright, so this has hackable SQL. I don't know if that's fixed yet or not. For the longest time, this was broken, so if you tried to buy the tool, I think it's SQL Magic, it won't work, unfortunately. So I think developers waiting until 0.3 to come out where pretty much all of this is going to change. Alright, so we should be able to get a password for Lucy. Hopefully. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, also pass credentials. Okay. So we'll connect, and here we go. So files that look like this, important with a little string there. This will give you a hash here. Basically the way hash works is the longer the hash, the bigger the number that you'll have to use. So this isn't a small hash. I'm guessing this is going to be 1410. Could be wrong. Okay. Alright, that worked. There's our root password. Sarah. Oh, jeez. Alright, so Sarah's still alive. Let's try to upload our backdoor. Alright, so that's installed. And this is for support. That's the name of this machine. Alright. Let's go ahead and delete our tracks. Which for the time being, I don't think you need to delete your tracks. Nothing happens. The worst that'll happen is if you go to that chatter site. The NPCs will talk about you, so if you look for your IP in there, Yeah, see. Whatever this IP is, they seem hostile. And that's the reason why I would use a bounce. So you can, I guess I can show how to do that. There's really no reason to do it. It's just good practice, I guess. Before I get ahead of myself, let me go ahead and okay. Ah, so this person's still alive. Okay. What are we at? $5. We'll let that go. Unethical competition. So this has FTP. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that? FTP client. Okay. So let's go ahead and take that mission. And we'll see if I even remember how the hell to do that. Alright. Banking data. And we're looking for important, so we can delete it. Alright. Yeah, I gotta beef up my Wi-Fi here. Alright, I don't see any useful info. That's okay. Alright, so what I'll do is go ahead and connect to a bounce, which is just a machine that you've already... Alright. And basically you just, whoops. Who is... Alright. So I might get caught on here. Catch the dreaded ding, because things are just, you know, going a little slow. Alright. Let that run. Alright. Ah, damn. OCD. I gotta get rid of this first. And we'll connect here. Alright. See if we can find this. Very good. Oh shoot, that's very important. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, in that case, case, let's go to our shop. And unfortunately, we're going to have to buy Network Visualizer. So I try to get as much as I can, get away with as many missions as I can before I buy this. And this is the reason why. So if you type in Network Analyzer Graph, the file you were looking for isn't on the base machine. Oh, no memory available. No kidding. Damn, we still don't have memory. Alright. Well, shit, it's $1. Okay. Let's go to hardware. Upgrade our RAM. And now, there we go. Okay, so if the file you're looking for isn't on the base computer, it'll be on another computer in the network. Don't let all this intimidate you. It'll always be on the next one. So 192.168.89.169. Alright, and basically it's just starting over from here. But now, since we're on a bounce, well, regardless, once the top of the hour, a new log will be generated. So if you just keep an eye on the time while you're connected to something. 18 and 19. Okay, good. So there's our FTP. FTP. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. And you need the port numbers, so 5234 and 0.4.A. Oh shoot, can't do that on here. We gotta do it here since we're trying to go another level deep in the network. Alright, so I think this is, what is it? Admin, admin, nope. Anonymous, password don't matter. Okay. Alright, well, there's nothing here, but another trick we can try. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, sorry. Duh. Need to use the FTP, and you do need to capitalize them. Does this work? Okay. So if you upload a backdoor into an FTP, it didn't work. But whenever this completes, FTP complete, you'll get a pop-up that says user opened this. And now you can, you know, use our string here to connect to the next machine. But unfortunately, it didn't work. All right. Fix it. Got more logs. I'm surprised we haven't got dinged yet. I'm going to try my luck. For the sake of time, maybe we can get a quick root password. No such luck. Okay. So let's see what kind of users we have here. We also have Tornode framework. Okay. So we have a user. See if we can get a password real quick before we get caught. So we're about to get another log right now. Let's delete our log. Quickly get in here. Alright, so we have insecure app, but I'm going to see if we have... Or wait, I already did do the hashmate. Okay, well, looks like we're using Stack Overflow again. And I just pick a random one. Maybe I'll be right. Sometimes you could be fast enough. So big to big. No, wasn't. Alright, so I'm going to guess it's going to go down to medium. Nope. Alright. Ah, so the root password is dog. Important.txt. Okay, there's our file. Ah, okay. So, sometimes you'll get a pop-up here. Don't play with us. Don't publish this information. Alright, so, if we go to... Shoot, what is it? I think... Is this right? First of all, can we download this? Alright, so if you go to a whistleblowers, and this is a nice little, see, I'm gonna favorite that. This is a nice little cheat sheet for all the interesting files that you can get. So we downloaded our file, and if you upload that file, you'll get white hat reputation instead of black hat. Alright. And also, when you do that, that ends the mission. Ah, can't download. Alright, so I disconnected there. Now I'm back on my bounce machine. Delete that, disconnect. So, the point of using a bounce is now if you go to that chatter site, it'll use that first IP address that gets busted and not you. So that's the point of using a bounce. Has no practical application right now, but in the future, you know, that could be useful. All right. So what are we at? An hour and 22 minutes. I don't want this to be too long. Ownership. Okay, yeah, I already cashed that in. Alright, so one thing I'll do is go ahead and repay that. Employee revenge. Court witness. Ah, that's my favorite mission. I'll go ahead and accept that one. Yeah, see, here's another example of autocomplete not working. So if I go Alt-2, back, and then Tab, it'll work. So unfortunately, that bug is still happening. Banking data. Okay. So, transport, Wi-Fi. Speaking of Wi-Fi, why don't we go ahead and get us a better Wi-Fi. Alright, 170 for 209. We can't sort on this. That's fast enough. So, oh, damn. Didn't want to copy. Alright, 171. So just space Telephonia Incorporated. So we'll go go here, go to internet for $209. We'll go ahead and purchase that. Please note we'll revoke your access should you engage in any illegal activities. So basically what that means is if you get caught and don't leave the target machine in time and you get busted, they'll just revoke your Wi-Fi and you'll have to buy another one. Alright, so Wi-Fi. So space internet. What was that? 217. Alright, so 9FQIQ. Alright, so now we have a much better Wi-Fi, so things should go a lot faster. Alright, transport Wi-Fi. About us. Nothing useful. Much better. Much faster. Alright, so we have one service and it's closed. Good old Kurt. Alright. So we'll get our password there. Alright, so we have an executable. So we got notes. There we go. Oh, we don't have access to it. Alright. Well, in that case, I think this. So that's medium to big. So big to big. Try to be quick here. That should work. There we go. Alright, there's our root password. Okay. So now we're going to find all text files. And what we're looking for is a text file called witness, testimony, or there's a third one that I can't think of offhand. Alright, so we don't have anything here. That's the only other machine. It's 172. Okay. I'm just going to try to see if we can get a root password fast. Nope. Alright. Oh good, we got 3 users. More the merrier. Alright, so we got one for Greta. I like to try to get 2 if I can. Alright. Hopefully this will get us to where we need to be. If not, we can come back for the third user. Alright. See if we can find any hash files here. Nothing. Executable files. Watcher. So another thing, if nothing came up on that, you could try to switch users. Oh, won't let you do that here. If you disconnect. Yeah, that's okay. This will just block us for a couple seconds here. While we're waiting, come on now. There we go. Alright, so this will give us... Oh, this just gives you the password. Let's see if this works. It does. Alright, so yeah, we're looking for witness, testimony. Alright, there's witness. And that's it. So we can disconnect from that. Good. We can upload a backdoor. Very good. We don't want to do that. Alright, and that's it. So we got another backdoor. Alright. I would recommend upgrading to the encrypted version of the backdoor because the cheaper version, it'll get caught. They'll find it and they'll delete it, and this just won't work. The encrypted one seems to last forever. If not forever, it lasts for a really long time. So I would recommend doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. It's an hour and a half. I wanted to keep this a little bit shorter, but time got away from me. So yeah, this is just some of the missions. I wanted to get to a bank account mission. I wasn't able to find one, and we still don't have one. I'll try another stream after this and try to find some more missions, unique missions that we haven't done yet. I'll look at the tools that we have and try to, use some of the other tools that I bought, some ones that I didn't buy yet. So, all right, yeah, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment. I'm Raelius2001 in the Discord channel, so if you have any questions, you can ask questions there. Alright, thanks for checking it out. Hope you got something useful out of it, and I'll try to do another stream here in the next coming days. Okay, have a great day.